started our day in North Station and took the train to Salem, Massachusetts. I love Salem and was really excited to visit it again. Salem definitely lives up to its nickname as the Witch City. Witches are everywhere. We stopped into a few stores before getting our bearings straight at the visitor center.
The Hawthorne Hotel is named after Salem's former resident, author Nathaniel Hawthorne. Hawthorne's great-great-grandfather, John Hawthorne, was one of the judges who oversaw the Salem Witch Trials. The hotel is adjacent to the Salem Common, which was featured in the film Hocus Pocus, as well as the old school which served as Max and Allison's high school in the movie.
The Daniels House is one of the oldest houses in Salem. It was built in the late 1600s and is now a bed and breakfast. It's close to the Derby Wharf, which was built in 1762. It's Salem's longest wharf and used to be lined with warehouses with goods that were shipped across the globe.
The Friendship is a two-decked ship built in 1797. It was a merchant ship that was used in the East Indies trade. It traveled to countries such as China, India, Spain, and Russia, carrying goods like sugar, coffee, and salt. This is a replica of the actual ship based upon a model of the original vessel that is at the Peabody, Essex Museum. The wharf's only original structure is the Derby Wharf Light Station, which was built in 1871. It's about 12 feet wide and 20 feet high.
After lunch, we toured the House of the Seven Gables. The house was built in 1668 by a Salem sea captain and merchant, John Turner. Over a century later, the home was owned by Susanna Ingersoll, Nathaniel Hawthorne's cousin. The house inspired Hawthorne's novel, The House of the Seven Gables.
3, 4.
So we just ask that each one of you wears a sticker.
5, 6, 7, 8. House of 8 gables.
When Hawthorne visited his cousin at the house, it only had 3 gables after renovation was done to match the architectural trends of the time. Susanna told him the house's history and showed him beams in the attic where the other gables were. Videography is not allowed in the house, but we took some photos that we'll share with you. When Caroline Emerton purchased this home in 1908, she renovated it to match how it was described in the novel. For example, Emerton added a scent shop, resembling the shop that was operated by the book's fictional character Hepzibah Pynchon.
The home is actually called the Turner Ingersoll Mansion, after the original owner, John Turner, and Hawthorne's cousin, Susanna Ingersoll. Next, we visited Nathaniel Hawthorne's birthplace. Hawthorne was born in the house on July 4, 1804, but his family moved when he was 4 years old. The home itself was moved onto the grounds of the Turner Ingersoll Mansion in 1958. Most of the interior has been preserved intact.
Hawthorne's ancestor John Hathorne was partly responsible for the witch trials that have made Salem so famous. Hathorne participated in convicting and executing 20 victims of the witch trials. Those victims are memorialized at the Salem Witch Trails Memorial. Each bench is inscribed with the name of the accused, how they died, and when they were executed. Along with Hathorne, Jonathan Corwin was another magistrate who held the Salem witch trials. We toured his home, which is called the Witch House. We are not allowed to take photos or videos inside the home, but we definitely recommend you at least check it out if you are in Salem.
A few doors down from the witch house is the Ropes Mansion, which was Allison's home in Hocus Pocus. We didn't tour the house, but we were able to explore its garden. The home is operated by the Peabody Essex Museum. After making some other stops in the city, we headed back to Boston. When we arrived, we realized that North Station is located under TD Garden, which is where the Bruins and Celtics play.
We got a bite to eat, then made our way back to our hotel, wrapping up our time in Massachusetts. We hope you enjoyed this series, and we already can't wait to go back to New England someday.